Hey everyone, my name is Amy Dow. I'm the owner of Una Beauty here on PEI. It was formerly known as Amy Dow Cosmetics, so you may know it as Amy Dow Cosmetics. And I'm also a makeup artist here on PEI. I've done makeup for many, many years, and I've met so many amazing people. And I've had the chance to just work on so many beautiful faces, and I've learned a lot over the years. I've also learned a lot of your questions when it comes to makeup application, where to put makeup, and just the best way to use the makeup that you might have in your collection already. So with the tips and tricks that I've learned over the years, I thought it would be a great opportunity to sit down and teach you just some basic tips and tricks that you can carry forward and use in your everyday makeup routine. So hopefully you'll learn something new and interesting in this video, and I hope it's really helpful for you. If you do have any questions, you can always leave them down below, and I'm happy to answer those for you. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's Una Beauty Official on Instagram, and you can DM me if you have any questions. So over the years, the main question that I've gotten from the women that I've done makeup on was basically, I love makeup. I would love to put makeup on more, but I just don't know how to do it or where to put it. Can you teach me really quick how to do that? So I thought that's what we would do today. I thought that would be super fun. And I feel like it's a very valid question. We have a lot of makeup sitting around in our kits, but we just don't know how to use it. So I thought I'd quickly just teach you some basics. So this is the foundation that I love. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. It's more of a matte foundation. There's many foundation brands out there, or brands that sell foundation. This is just the one that I've picked because I find it very versatile. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. It's matte. And when I want to change the texture of it a little bit, I find it very easy to do because I can add something like this into the foundation. This is called Dewdrop, and this has my previous label on it because it's my old bottle. This goes a very long way, so I'm still working on my old bottle here. So this is a face and body illuminator, and what I do is I add just maybe even a half a pump into the foundation that I'm using, and it transforms the foundation from a matte formula into more of a dewy formula, which I find a little more flattering for the stage of life that I'm in. I have 2 young children, and I find I just look very tired all the time. So I like to have a little bit of glow in my foundation. This is available on my website, unabeauty.ca, by the way. And I just find them so great to add into my foundation to really wake my skin up. And my voice might be a little bit hoarse because I am a little bit sick. So I'll try my best. But when you're matching your foundation, just kind of go by your neck shade here. Now, you kind of want it to disappear down into the color of your neck because oftentimes our neck can be a different shade and you want everything to be nice and uniform. So that's where you should be matching, color matching. So it looks a little bit darker than my face, but that's okay. It matches my neck. So I'm gonna add a little bit of my illuminator in. There are different types of foundation as well. There's the matte finish, which is what this one is. And then there are actually more dewy finishes as well. So you can choose whatever is going to work best for you. A matte foundation is typically great for somebody with oily skin, and a dewy foundation is great for somebody with dry skin. And I do find in the winter months that I'm a little bit more dry. So you can choose whatever is going to work best for you. I get my foundation right from Shoppers. And when I add in my illuminator, it really does sheer out the coverage as well, which is perfect for every day. So I'm just kind of working this around my face. And then I'll go in. I just love my fingertips to use to blend in my foundation, but you can use a brush as well. It's whatever's gonna work best for you and whatever you prefer. But sometimes I find your fingertips are just as good. So I'm going for more of a 5-minute makeup look, a practical, everyday makeup look. And I'm gonna have the sniffles, I apologize. But there are a lot lot of bugs on the go right now. And I bring it up on the lid as well. You want everything to kind of be one even color. And that is just a very quick way to put your foundation on. I'm sure that you guys already knew that, but sometimes your fingertips, again, are your best tool. Okay, so that's foundation. So when choosing your concealer shade, you want to go 1 to 2 shades lighter than your skin tone. So for me, I'm putting it over the foundation, so I want to go 1 to 2 shades lighter than the foundation shade that I've used. Sometimes though, I don't use foundation at all, so then I would be going 1 to 2 shades lighter than my actual like skin tone without foundation. I hope that makes sense. So the color that I'm using is Nude by Too Faced. I love this concealer. I find it very, it's a thicker formula, but it's hydrating and it doesn't really sit in my fine lines. So this is called the Born This Way concealer, and I really, really love it. Less is more. So just kind of put your concealer in the corners of your eyes where, you know, the most darkness is. And then on the outer corner for a little bit of lift. Sometimes I go in with a bit of a lighter shade just to brighten it up even more. But for today, I think I'm just gonna go in with the one nude shade, which is 1 shade lighter than the foundation that I've used. And it's very pigmented, like it's gonna look like it's a lot, but I'm gonna blend it very, very good. So it won't look this crazy when I'm done. So I'm going to continue to blend this in and I will be right back. Okay, so we're back and the concealer is blended in. I really love how that brightens and lifts the whole area. I can only speak for myself when I say that my dark circles, since having 2 little children at home, have been a little out of control, and I find concealer really does help with that. And so it's usually always a step that just makes me feel better. I feel a little less tired when I have a good concealer on. So that's concealer. Again, I got that at Shoppers. So Shoppers is a great place to go when you're looking for foundation and concealer. So that's that done. I don't use any powder because I'm dry, but if you are more oily, now would be the perfect time for powder. Laura Mercier setting powder is really great for oily skin. If you don't want such a drying powder, then I would recommend the Cover FX setting powder as well. That is beautiful for anybody who has any type of skin. So now I'm going to go in with bronzer, and if I'm in a hurry, I would definitely just skip the bronzer altogether and use one of my liquid blushes. I do carry liquid blushes, and I find that if I'm in a hurry, they just do the job so beautifully. I put them all over my cheek and then up in my crease as well, whatever's left over. And that is just like a really quick way to get the job done. But I thought it might be a little more helpful for me to talk about bronzer and when I would apply a bronzer over a contour today. So I will do that for you. I'm going to use one of my new brushes from my new holiday collection. This is my bronzer slash blush brush. Say that 10 times fast. So what I'm going to do is just kind of take this bronzer, which is an illuminating bronzer, and I'm going to focus that kind of right in the hollow of my cheek, right under my cheekbone, and up on the top of my forehead. Now I'm going for an everyday kind of glowy, bronzy look. So if you're doing contour, you want a matte shade and you want to take it under your cheekbone. But today I just want kind of a quick all over pinch of color, and I find this illuminating bronzer does that beautifully. So this is the shade In Bloom. This one is in stock actually on my website, and it's beautiful. And it kind of gives the same effect as contour, but it adds a bit of a glow at the same time. So I find it super, super flattering. Take it across the bridge of your nose just to make it look like you've been out in the sun all day. And then up in my crease as well, just for some extra color to tie everything in together. So contour is actually, I would reserve contour for more of like a going out makeup look when you're doing a really dramatic makeup look. I don't do contour day to day. I just find this way more flattering, just a bronzer. But if you prefer a contoured look, you can definitely do that. It's just personal preference, I find. But a lot of the times I can just apply this and then I'm ready to go. So it's totally up to you. The next product will be a blush. So I will just use the same brush actually, because you can use this for blush as well. And this is just a rosy mauve color, something that will look good on everybody, just super flattering. This kind of color will never fail you. And it's just a really quick way to add a little bit of color to your face, which I love. Next will be highlighter. And you actually could go in with the same brush again, but I think I will use my highlighter brush for that. And when you're doing highlighter, I like to go on the high points of the face. So if you were out in the sun all day, you know, where the sun would naturally hit you and you would just get that kind of glowy look, that's exactly where you want to apply highlighter, and that's going to be the most flattering. I also will take it on my Cupid's bow just to accentuate that a little bit on my chin. If you're super oily, you can skip highlighter altogether, but it's just all about what's going to make you feel beautiful, and this is kind of just like a naturally flattering makeup look. And take it under your brow bone as well. And that is really it. Now would be the time that I would add my mascara, which I already have on, and then you can be done. Like, this is really all you need to do, and a little bit of lip color, and then you're good to go. I'm gonna add a little bit of my fresh powder highlighter though on the inner corner of my eyes to kind of wake my whole face up. I do this trick all the time, and I find this is a super helpful trick for anybody that I've done makeup on. Every time I show somebody this trick, they kind of always react with, oh my gosh, I never thought to do that. It looks so pretty. So doing this extra step is always worth it, in my opinion. Then I can kind of take what's left over under my brow again, but it is just super flattering, and it really does wake your eyes up. So you can just take that same powder highlighter, which most of these products are available on my online store. And I just find it so flattering and pretty. So a lot of days this is all I would wear, and then I would add a very moisturizing, nourishing lip color. This is my new lip oil. So it is just so heavenly on your lips. It smells like strawberries. It's just a sheer lip color. Something that's gonna be nourishing for the really dry winter months. That's really all I would do. If I were gonna spend a couple extra minutes on my makeup, I will just show you really quickly one of my new palettes, and I've kind of put all the colors in here that you can use from day to night. You can create a really nice smoky look with this, or a very, very pretty natural look as well. So I would just put something like this rose gold shade all over my lid, and then I would put this shade up in my crease. This is called Dusty Rose. It's like a dusty rose color, but it kind of just looks good on everybody. Just quickly put that up in your crease. You can do this for a quick liner, and then you're good to go. And then you can add something like one of my tinted lip balms here on your lips for a little bit more color. Maybe I'll put one on for you really quick so you can see. And even if you don't do any eyeshadow, you can still use one of these tinted lip balms because they're more of a sheer color. You can't really mess them up. They're very, very hydrating. But sometimes a little pop of color is nice, and then you can add them on your cheeks as well. And even this is a pretty everyday look. And it's just enough to wake you up and to make you feel like you've put a lot more effort into your look than you have. But I find doing this little pop of color on the inner corner is just a lifesaver for me. I find that very, very helpful. You want to keep shimmers on your lid and the matte colors kind of up in your crease. The darker shades are kind of meant for this outer corner here to really add definition. And usually whatever I do on the top, I like to do on the bottom as well. So I hope that was helpful. I know this was just a really quick video, but this was just supposed to be quick little tips that you can do to kind of get ready really quick in the morning. So that's it, guys. It's so quick. These were just some really quick little tips that you can use every day to kind of make you feel like you put a little bit more effort into your look. And it's all about enhancing your natural beauty because we really are all beautiful. And if you don't want to wear makeup, that's totally fine. I just would encourage you to do whatever makes you feel beautiful, because at the end of the day, you just need to remember that you are beautiful. So I hope that this was helpful. Again, if you have any questions, you can let me know. But I do just want to point out that something as quick as just adding a lip color can really take the look to a whole different level. So I hope that you guys enjoyed it and found it helpful. If I left anything out, just let me know. I hope you're all having a beautiful weekend, and we will talk soon. Bye-bye.